Welcome to Interpreter Intelligence, the all-in-one portal for MCIS Language Solutions staff, interpreters, and customers to manage requests, schedule and confirm interpreters, report job completion, and view usage reports. As an MCIS customer, using this portal is the quickest and most efficient way to manage your organization's interpretation needs. Our secure portal memorizes your contact information, reducing the amount of information you have to fill out for each request. Here are the topics covered by this video. Feel free to skip ahead to the timestamps indicated below if you're looking for a refresher on a particular section. Okay, let's proceed. To access the portal, visit mcis.interpreterintelligence.com. Enter your username and password provided by MCIS and click on Sign In. You will be taken to the dashboard view. We will go over the 11 activity areas of your dashboard. The Home menu is where you can return to the dashboard from any other screen and include links to create and manage interpreter bookings. The Reports menu takes you to the Reports dashboard. The Financials menu, if the option is available, shows you your invoice history. The Job search bar allows you to quickly locate an existing job. More on jobs later. Your User Profile view is where you can see logs of activities related to your profile and to change your password. This next area displays your organization, department or unit your profile is associated with, and the default time zone. This is a shortcut button to create new bookings. This is a shortcut to display the current day's bookings and jobs log under your profile. Current day means the actual physical date you're accessing the portal. The information displayed here is unaffected by scrolling through the calendar. Calendar view and tabular view of jobs. In the calendar view, you're provided with left and right scrolling arrows to see an overview of jobs related to your account on different dates. You can filter by a particular unit or department, or by job location. This allows you to quickly cycle to a particular job in order to review its details. Calendars can be viewed by month, week, or day. Note that flipping the calendar does not affect the previous button, Daily Bookings Log. Click on each job to either view more details in a pop-up window, or to view the job in full by switching to the job window. Swapping to the tabular view gives you a list of jobs, with useful columns such as job ID number, date and time of the appointment, location, language abbreviation. This is where you can highlight the abbreviation to see the full language name, and click it to display its full meaning. Current job status, assignment status, number of interpreters, plus other information. And these headings can be used to sort your jobs. Click on the arrow on the left to either view more details in a pop-up window or to view the job in full. The bottom of the screen displays MCIS's phone number and email address to the Interpretation Services Department. Staff in the MCIS IS department are ready to answer your questions related to the portal or any particular request. Alternatively, you may be provided information to MCIS's account management team. Creating a new booking in Interpreter Intelligence is very simple. Highlight the Home menu and click on Create New, or use the Create New Booking button in the dashboard. On the next screen, much of your default contact information is already filled out. Client in this case means unit or department. Customer is the main organization name. Requested by shows your name. If you wish, change the notification email for this booking, and emails such as interpreter confirmations are sent to the new email address. It is highly recommended to keep notification email enabled checked, otherwise important information may be missed. Under Service location, use the drop-down arrow and select one set up under your business unit. If no options are suitable or available, choose the Use Other Location function, Type in the address in the first box, the postal code in the second box, and be sure to validate the location. Look for a check mark beside the postal code. Ideally, one of the predefined locations will work. At any point, if you need to reset the location information, click on the X button to start over. Change the name of the site contact person if a different person other than the default will be hosting the appointment. Under venue information, some information about this location may be displayed. With each particular booking, you can edit the information. Information entered here is visible to MCIS staff members and is passed on to interpreters via their job confirmation email. There are 2 additional comment boxes you can use to pass on information to interpreters, and we will discuss those shortly. Enter the name of the language. Please double-check your spelling, or after entering a name, click on the drop-down list and choose the appropriate match at the bottom left of the window. By default, service type is set to the most commonly requested type for your organization. You can choose from any other one in the list. Select the number of interpreters required for this booking. For most bookings, 1 interpreter is required. If you change this number, more than 1 job will be created for this booking. The difference between a booking and a job is that a booking is for 1 or more interpreters to attend an appointment at a specific location, date, and time. A job is created for each requested interpreter under that booking. So, with 3 interpreters requested for 1 booking, 3 unique job numbers will be generated under the same booking number, and 3 interpreters will be mobilized by MCIS. Specify the gender of the interpreters if required. Under Additional References, please select the appropriate option under Nature of Assignment and Type of Impact. We use these 2 metrics to help us keep track of MCIS's social impact. If you're not certain, please do your best to estimate. Under File Number, you may enter an internal reference number, PO number, or any value that your organization uses to track this booking internally. Otherwise, please enter NA for not applicable. Under Additional Requirements, please leave those values as is. They have been specially customized for your organization. Changing these values may result in increased difficulties in securing interpreters for this booking. The Appointment Details comment box is a comment box where you or an MCIS staff member may enter information for the interpreter. Unlike the Venue Information comment box mentioned previously, whose content is only shared to the interpreter by email, comments entered here actually appear in the interpreter's mobile app. Enter information here to share with staff as well as interpreters relevant to this booking. The information will also be preserved if you ever choose to duplicate this booking for a future date, and we will discuss booking duplication shortly. Under the calendar, click and use the pop-up calendar to select the date of the appointment. And under Expected Start Time, click the box, type the hour you wish for the appointment to start. For example, enter 9 for 9 a.m. or p.m. Note that the minute and the AM/PM selector automatically populate. Hit the Tab key on your keyboard to switch to the Minutes section, or click on the minute figures. Enter the minutes of the start time, for example 20, or leave it as 00 if the request is on the hour. Hit the Tab key one more time or click on the AM/PM selector. Type A to switch to AM or P to switch to PM. With the expected start date and time both entered, the duration hours and minutes boxes should default to the minimum duration specified by our contract or agreement. Unless you require the interpreter for a longer duration, you can leave this section as is. Otherwise, change the values to increase the duration. Duration entered cannot be shorter than the default minimum. Please keep in mind that although our interpreters will normally stay beyond the booked duration, but if they have another job they must attend to, they may request to leave the appointment beyond the booked duration. If you wish to guarantee an interpreter's stay, please book them for longer. The time zone value affects the displayed time in your confirmation emails. This value should not be modified unless you are requesting for a location outside of your default time zone. Under Notes is another comment box named Job Details accessible by all parties. Requesters and MCIS staff members may enter comments here, and the information is transferred to the interpreter via their mobile app as well as confirmation emails. If multiple jobs are created for this booking, the same comments here will populate into each one. The difference between this comment box and the previous one is that if the booking is ever duplicated, this comment box will start out blank for the duplicated booking. When you're finished, click on the blue Save button at the bottom right of the screen. A confirmation email will be sent to you for each created job under this booking, which includes the 5-digit booking number plus the 5-digit job number for each job created. Many special considerations can be passed from you directly to the interpreters via the comment boxes mentioned above. However, certain information is not meant for the interpreter's eyes. For example, your preferences on interpreters. If you do not wish for certain interpreters to be sent to your business unit, Interpreter Intelligence has a blacklist function, but it must be set up prior to sending requests. Please contact MCIS to set up the blacklist, and these interpreters will be blocked from your requests. If you have a preference for certain interpreters, please also contact MCIS in advance of entering requests, and we will add these preferences under your file. These interpreters will be prioritized for your requests. In general, for any considerations that should not be passed on to interpreters, please contact MCIS by phone or email before or after sending requests on Interpreter Intelligence, and avoid using the comment boxes. Depending on how the system is configured for you, interpreters may potentially be confirmed seconds after you save a booking request. Therefore, editing existing booking requests is currently disabled. Although highlighting a job will give you the edit function and you are able to modify certain values, there is no save button to modify a booking. You must contact MCIS Interpretation Services Department to request changes to an existing booking. At any point, you may click on a job from your dashboard calendar view or use the drop-down menu beside any job from your tabular view and click on Duplicate to duplicate a previous booking. In addition to default values, this will also duplicate the location, venue information, language, service type, number of interpreters, nature and impact, file number, as well as appointment details comment box fields into the new booking. The only new information you will need to enter is the new date, start time, duration, and comments related to the new jobs under Job Details. If you frequently request the same number of interpreters for the same location and language, this is a convenient time saver. In this version of Interpreter Intelligence, what is not duplicated from a previous booking is if you had changed the default notification email value to another email address. In this case, Interpreter Intelligence reverts it back to the default email. If you need to modify this value for the duplicated booking again, please do so. Also, please take one precaution when using the duplicate booking function. It will always clone the number of interpreters requested from the previous booking. Even though it appears you can change the number of interpreters requested in the new request, the system will ignore this and always create a number of jobs equal to the previous booking. So if you ever only request one interpreter, this is not a concern. However, if you need to change the number of interpreters requested from a previous booking, please do not use the duplicate function and use the Create New Booking options instead. The Manage Bookings option under the Home menu displays a list of bookings. Normally, we communicate with customers and interpreters using booking plus job numbers, and it is generally preferred to use the Dashboard Jobs view or the Job Search field to locate a particular job, since each one corresponds to one interpreter. However, if you ever need to locate a particular booking by booking number, you may use this view. Kindly note there is currently a glitch in the system. All bookings under the Manage Bookings view will display 1 under the number of jobs, even though multiple interpreters and multiple jobs may exist for that booking. If you click Open Existing Booking, the same glitch will be shown under Number of Requested Interpreters, displaying only 1. However, under the Assignments tab, you will see the correct team size as well as the corresponding job numbers. Under the Reports dashboard, you will see some real-time reports on the number of jobs and hours or other statistics. You can choose the particular locations and then either click on the Refresh button or the Rerun Reports button to refresh the information on the page. You can also click on the X button under Locations to remove any default locations, and then click on Refresh to rerun the report for all locations under your business unit. By changing the period start or end dates, the report is refreshed automatically. Under the arrow of the Rerun Reports tab, you may also choose to export a list of jobs with various details. The exported file will be emailed to you. Under the Reports tab, you will see 2 reports which can be emailed: call status and language utilization. Kindly note these reports are not yet enabled. When you begin to receive invoices for interpretation services from MCIS, you may click on the Financial tab to see a table of past invoices. You may sort them by invoice number, date, status, etc. Under the drop-down menu, you can click on History to see a list of activities related to the invoice, or click on View to see the full invoice. On top of the full invoice view, you have several links including Print, Save to PDF, Share a web link, See all the verifications, which are signatures authorizing the invoice, as well as an option to export the summary report. This export sends an Excel spreadsheet with summary information on all jobs included in the invoice to your email address. When you click on your profile name and select User Profile, you're taken to the Audit History tab. Here you can see a list of login and request activities under your profile. To the left of the screen is some information about how your profile was created and last modified. By clicking on the Configuration tab, you will see a list of information related to your profile, such as username, first and last name, and business unit. This information cannot be modified from a regular requester account and must be modified from an admin account or by MCIS staff. You can change your password by entering the current password and your preferred new password twice, then clicking on Save. Time zone preference affects the time information displayed in all email communications. In general, it is best to leave this section untouched. When an interpreter is confirmed for a job, a second confirmation email related to this job is sent to the email address entered under Notification Email. It will include the booking and job numbers again, as well as details related to the confirmation, including the interpreter's name. If for any reason the interpreter needs to be replaced for a job, 2 additional emails will be sent. One to include this message: previously booked interpreter will not be able to attend this appointment. MCIS will assign another interpreter and send a confirmation message, and an additional email when the new interpreter is confirmed. Upon completing a job, interpreters have 2 ways to verify their service with you. They may either open up the Interpreter Intelligence app on their phone, input the start and end time of the job, and ask a staff member on site from your organization to provide a signature using their finger or a stylus on the phone's touchscreen. Or they may print out a verification of service or VOS form beforehand, filling the same information by pen, and ask the staff to sign on the paper. The interpreter will then have 48 hours to upload this document to our portal. Signatures for telephone and video requests will be provided by the interpreters themselves. All verification signatures and uploaded documents are viewable by opening the received invoices and clicking on View Verifications. This concludes the customer training video on MCIS's Interpretation Request Management Portal, Interpreter Intelligence. If you have any additional questions, feel free to contact the Interpretation Services Department at MCIS or an account manager. And each time you finish using the portal, please remember to log out to keep your information safe.